it's Navishri.
I'm Vida.
I'm Molly.
And welcome back to Off the Record.
So today, as we're filming this, there's been a lot of discourse on social media about a certain pop singer, Chappell Roan, and we have some different opinions at this table. The other day, during school, we did get into a bit of a screaming match. Are you okay?
Can we let's take 5 minutes.
We can reschedule.
Yeah.
Shut up.
We got into a bit of a screaming match at 7 in the morning with at school over this. So yeah, we're gonna share our opinions here.
Yeah.
Okay, background on the information. Background on the information.
Background on Chappell Roan.
Background on Chappell Roan. So basically, the whole entire argument basically came over the fact that so basically Chappell Roan was walking out of her hotel, and there was this famous football player and his daughter. And they were
soccer.
Soccer. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, same football.
Soccer player and his daughter were outside the hotel.
Football with the accent.
Football with a U.
I hate you. And his daughter really wanted a photo with Chappell Roan. But from their perspective, what happened was she her daughter went up to Chappell Roan or something like that, and then a bodyguard of hers apparently came over and was no photos, get out of her way, something like that. But then Chappell Roan went on, and obviously everyone was because it was one person walking out, so everyone was that's upsetting that you would just let that little girl go and just tell her to get out of your way, who do you think you are, all this stuff. But she went online and she was that wasn't even my bodyguard, I don't know who that was, I don't know who the child was, I didn't see a child, it wasn't my bodyguard that told her to go away and stuff. And then the whole entire argument still is, I guess, just about the fact that
I would never order a
Shut up.
She could have handled it better, she could have not went online, she could have done all these things that would remedy the situation better than just going online. That's the whole argument. Continue.
And this has been a thing for a while because Chappell Roan
She gets a lot of hate.
Yeah, she gets a lot of hate, and the way she interacts with fans, people don't like it because she's she doesn't really
entertain them.
Yeah, she doesn't entertain them. She doesn't taking photos of people, and so when people come up to her on the street and they see her in public, she just kind of shuts them down. So that's why it's more of a thing because it's something people have noticed for a while.
It's not a one-off thing, but I guess this was just the thing that everyone. It's just all the events leading up to this, and this was the one that everyone's talking about now.
Yeah, and basically where our opinions differ is because Molly here thinks she loves. I mean, I like Chappell. I don't like her that much, but
I don't either.
It's not even hate. It's just I don't like her music that much.
Me
It's
neither.
not my type of music to listen to. But Molly, she thinks that Chappell Roan's in the right, and she defends her.
Yeah, okay. I don't like her music that much, to be honest. I listen to it, and she does have a couple good songs, but I'm not a super fan. I'm not that. But basically, the way I see it is that I feel it wasn't her fault. First of all, this situation that happened now, it wasn't really her fault that this kid was upset. She didn't push the kid away, she didn't say anything rude to the kid, and it's not really her fault that her bodyguards reacted that way. So I feel first of all, for this situation, it was kind of it's not really that relevant. But I get what people are saying about how for a while she's kind of been no, I wouldn't say kind of rude, but just dismissive towards her fans. But honestly, it sounds honestly, I just don't care. She's I'm not saying it's a good thing. I mean, you should be nice to people. You shouldn't just say no, I don't want to do that. But I mean, you can. It's her choice if she wants to take a picture with these people at the end of the day. And if she says no, sucks for that person. I'm sorry.
See, in a regular world, I would agree with that, but my only thing is, she's famous, and I'm not, obviously, I don't want to bash every famous person and just be hey, if you're famous, you have to deal with this, you have to deal with this, you have to deal with that, and I know, so many famous people get exploited all the time, and that's so awful for them, and any famous person has the right to deny that. But I also think it's stupid of her to put out this generalization saying I'm not gonna take any pictures with my fans when you're literally a pop star. I just feel it's a given, and even if she is, okay, we had some minor technical difficulties. But anyways, what was was I talking?
Yeah, you were talking.
I forget what I was saying. Okay, anyways, the reason I have an issue with that is because I feel like there's just so many better ways that she could have handled it, and she could have said like something different. She could have been like, I'm sorry, I don't want to picture right now, instead of like sending her bodyguard. And also just the way she handled it after the fact. It's the way she just denied it. And like she went on social media and she's like, that wasn't my bodyguard, that wasn't me. Like, no, like you could have handled it a lot better and just been like, I'm sorry, but like I'm not comfortable with this, and just been more honest.
I think that's kind of what I was getting at too, because also like the person whose daughter it was a famous person. Like you have like also even more so because the person's famous, you have ways to get in contact with the person if needed. So if his daughter is feeling bad, of course he has the right to go. Like maybe going online wasn't the best idea, but he has that right to be like, this person made my daughter feel bad. Like this is just how I feel about her. But I think that she could have maybe contacted him personally, or maybe even if she was even going to post a TikTok, she could have been like a little more like graceful about it in a way, instead of just being like, this is not my bodyguard, this is not my fault, like this has nothing to do with me. I feel like she could have contacted that person privately and said, I'm like, sorry for this is how your daughter felt, but just know that this isn't my fault. Or she could have said that same thing just online to everyone. So I think that's where a lot of like, I feel like things like are like, especially during school, like our disagreements came from, is just the way they handled it. Also, like at school, what we were talking about is,
Oh god.
we were or like certain people were just comparing it to things that like weren't relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people were like related it to Playboy Cardi and how he like beat his wife 10 years ago. But the issue with that is
it's not the same.
It was 10 years ago. It got the publicity that it needed at the time, and of course, like if people are still talking about it now, like don't get me wrong, terrible thing to do. I don't know why people are still listening to him. I understand that, but no one's gonna remember this Chappell Roan thing in 2 weeks. Playboy Cardi was 10 years ago. Of course, not as many people are talking about it as they should be. So I just think that they aren't like comparable. Like you can't compare them just because they're a male artist and a female artist.
Wait, I low-key have to disagree with that, because I feel like Chappell Roan, like I know I'm low-key playing devil's advocate right now, because like I get that, I know like she can stop, because obviously like I was just talking about how I think she could have handled it differently, but the amount of hate she's getting is kind of abnormal.
Yeah.
And I think it's specifically because I mean I can't just assume it's because of this, but she is a woman. She's what is she? She's lesbian. Yeah, I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to get it wrong. I'm sorry. And
I have a cough.
We noticed.
we can tell. And so like I think she's just getting an abnormal amount of hate because of that. But like Cardi did not get enough publicity for like everything he did wrong. I'm sorry, I didn't know Cardi beat his wife until like we had that.
Until we were screaming at each other.
about it.
10 years ago.
But don't you it doesn't matter. He still shouldn't be selling out stadiums.
Yes,
like,
I agree with that. Like people should not be listening to him. But if we went back in time 10 years ago when it was first came out, it got so much publicity. Like if you looked at the news, like I literally after that conversation I had during chemistry, me and two of my friends we went online to search up 10 years ago. It got months and months and months of publicity. And I'm not saying that's not enough or that's enough, because it's not. Like people should not be listening to him. But of course it's going to fade over time. Like it shouldn't, but of course it's going to. Like no one's going to talk about Chappell Roan in 2 weeks. I feel like it's not that like relevant.
But I still feel like it's like way blown out of proportion, and I think part of that is because like you were saying that like the kids had a famous dad. I think she doesn't take pictures with any fans, and no one people think it's kind of rude, but no one really like goes after her for it the way they did because she didn't take a picture with this kid whose dad is famous. And that's why I feel like it's kind of like, okay, like you didn't get a photo with your favorite celebrity, that stinks, like I'm sorry little kid, but like at the end of the day, like it's like I don't think that we should be trying to like literally ruin her career. People like are like, she's so rude, why does she do this, like all this stuff over like not taking a photo with this like one famous kid, I guess. And I just feel like it's way blown out of proportion. I think I'm not saying it's like what she did was like good and she's like perfectly fine and she's completely in the right, but I think like as a society we are much more critical of the way like celebrities, like female celebrities act and compared to male celebrities. And I'm not saying that like
know what she said.
Continue.
She's talking about being cucked tonight.
No, that's not what I said. Continue.
But I just think that it's not that she was right. It's just the amount of hate that she's getting is being
Abnormal, right?
It's abnormal.
It's not
because
it's not right.
I'm not saying, and that's not only because she's a woman. It's just like I just like it's a thing in society you see with a lot of female celebrities. Like with her, it's like people get a lot of hate for that, for the things that she's doing, and I just think it shouldn't be like the main topic of like, oh my god, she's such a bad person. Like this whole like smear campaign over like her kind of being maybe rude to a couple of fans when there are celebrities doing like much more evil things, and I think it's part of that.
But I
think
feel
no. Okay.
You can go.
Okay. I think you can like kind of compare that to the whole Justin Bieber thing last year. I know that's not the exact same thing. Like it wasn't like a picture and stuff, but like he was acting crazy. He was on the street and he was like cursing, and it was like the whole meme thing. And like obviously like people made fun of him for it, but I feel like it turned into more of like a meme saying like Justin Bieber's being insane rather than people like accusing him of being a bad person, a bad artist. Whereas for Chappell Roan, it's like the accusations are different. They're more severe, they're more critical than they were for him.
But I also like I agree with all that, but I also feel like Chappell Roan, it wasn't like a one-off thing to where she did one thing and then all of it like blew up proportion, because like I feel like you could say the same with Justin Bieber. Like that was very one-off. I feel like I didn't really hear much of him criticizing paparazzi or criticizing like fans before that one incident and when they were like following him on the beach. But a lot of, I feel like it's definitely because she's a woman. I'm not gonna like say that it's not. Like it's definitely a mix of both. But Chappell Roan has also been very publicly critical of paparazzi. Like actually should be paparazzi or like not a very like great group of people, but she's been critical of paparazzi, of her fans, of how she feels fans should interact when like they're around her. So I definitely feel like it's not a one-off thing. Like this is not just one thing that happened. It's like an accumulation of all the things that have happened before that, and then this is what got everything to like get publicity. I feel.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of in agreement that like she could be a little bit more respectful, but at the end of the day, it's like really not.
It's
that,
not that
it's not as
serious.
serious as it's becoming.
Also, I don't know if I can say this. When we were at like school and then we were all talking
Don't
about
even
it. I won't. We were all talking about it. I feel like certain people were calling people that like calling me and my friends who didn't agree with Chappell Roan to be like sexist, and I didn't get that because they were just like you're saying that because you don't like women, like you don't like women, you're not a feminist, and like the people that were saying this weren't women. So I was like, wait, I don't think you can be saying that if I have a differing opinion from you. You can't call me sexist. Like I feel like that's very not.
Yeah, for me it's not about woman or man. I wouldn't defend any man that did this either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't defend any woman that did either. It doesn't really matter who you are.
That's
But
fine.
I feel like, but that's the thing is that we would. And that's just the truth at the end of the day, because everyone is defending, like as you said, like Justin Bieber, and like when Tyler the Creator like threatened to hit the paparazzi with his car, he said, "I'll hit you with my car and I'll win the lawsuit," and everyone's like, "He's so funny for that. He's so real for that." Like, and it's like true, like he was being funny and like real, and like why are people doing that to him? Like they should get out of the way so he could like drive his car. And the truth is, at the end of the day, society is going to defend any man who does that, and they're going to attack Chappell Roan. So I feel like it is, I wouldn't say it's a fair thing to call, like anyone who thinks she was in the wrong, like, anti-feminist, but I think just the whole, like, where this stems from, this whole, like, hate train towards Chappell Roan is, sexist, I think.
Yeah, I agree that in total, all of her hate is sexist. I don't know if I think it's partly that this situation is sexist, and that kind of like carries into like all the past hate she was getting even before this whole situation happened. But yeah, I agree with your statement where like society will always like look at a man's actions as more justified than a woman's actions, and I think we see that in so many examples. That's just how it is.
And I also feel like that's part of the reason why people don't take her concerns seriously. Like, I think people I've seen a lot of people just saying she's so emotional and she's so rude, and I think that's a very easy way for people to tear down a woman who she's concerned about her safety. These people are following her around on the street, taking photos of her, which I know comes with fame, but that doesn't mean it's not a safety concern. If there's a group of people like following you around, like it is, even if she does have security, like there's a reason she has the security, like it is like a safety thing for her and like a privacy thing. And I think like people are saying she's dramatic, she's like emotional, she's like so angry, and I think that again like ties back to like how we see women in media.
I think it's really fair to be critical towards paparazzi because like paparazzi are insane. Like if they camp outside of people's houses, they sleep next to their cars, like they do crazy stuff that like you can be critical all you want for paparazzi because they're like genuinely, some of them are respectful, yes, but the majority of them are just completely like, I get this is their job, I get that this is how they make their money and support whoever they're going to support, but for like a person, like for an actual human being to like come outside of their house to millions of like clicks of pictures is probably like crazy. Like I couldn't imagine myself in that position. But I think that paparazzi and fans are two different people, and I think that as long as you're not like a parasocial fan who's like invested in this person's like personal life, and you're just a one-off fan who sees someone like walking down the street or at like a farmer's market, then I think that you have the right to ask. They also have the right to say no, but the way that they say no and then the way that they go about it, if they choose to put it out publicly, like is on them. Like all the actions that you can say no, but all the actions that you have done after that, the way you say no, if you put it publicly, that's all on you. I feel like the consequences are on you then.
I agree. She's not perfect. She could definitely be more respectful and do different things. I don't think she's like this perfect being who's like saving celebrities from the paparazzi. She definitely has done some things that aren't justifiable, but I just think in total, like this whole argument is just like kind of like
stupid.
Yeah, it's like unfair to her. Not that she's perfect, but just that it's not.
It's overly critical
exactly.
for no reason. It should not be this big of a deal. And low-key, like, yeah, I low-key just feel bad for her because yeah, she's like her whole career should not be depending like on this one situation when so many celebrities have done terrible things and they like no one has issues with that. So like literally going back to the Cardi thing.
Teaming notification.
You guys have to roll off your phone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically it.
But yeah, we actually didn't scream in each other's face, so that's good. Well, no, I didn't scream on Vita. This is what happened when we were.
I wasn't even there.
I was on my phone.
Sorry.
I was here the whole time because I was talking to Vita. I saw a TikTok about it. I asked Vita what she thought of it, and she had already gotten into a fight with someone about this, and she was, no, I'm not doing it. So she goes on her phone, and me and the rest of the table were all yelling at each other, and then. Why is my mom blah? Why do you have your mom safety?
Because I used to, on my phone, I used to have like the contact restriction when I was like young. My dad used to put on a contact restriction, so like I couldn't text people if they weren't saved in my contacts. So I guess one time Unvita like texted on my phone, but you can't actually text the person unless I save them in contacts. But I probably didn't like remember the name of the person.
It's just a blog.
I should change it to Samantha, bro.
Just make it say Unvita's mom.
Okay, well I don't like intentionally think about it in my head. So you know what? 5 years ago I forgot to change Unvita's mom's contact name, so I should probably change it.
I don't think she can answer from blog.
Yeah, because she's in it.
She doesn't know what
This is linked.
is.
You should. Oh, okay, whatever.
But yeah, then so Vita was sitting there on her phone with her AirPods in. We're all screaming. She's like the meme of like the fox like curled up in the corner and everyone's yelling at each other. We were screaming at each other, and then Nava shows up halfway through, and she's like in the middle, kind of like middle ground. In this argument, and so she gets more screaming at each other, and she's like,
I'm like so stressed because I was like, I got off the bus. I was like ominously staring out the window trying to go to sleep. I come off the bus like thinking to like sit down, even though like keep my AirPods in, continue being ominous while I listen to the neighborhood, and then they're all just screaming at each other at 7 a.m.
Because also
there's no reason to do it.
We don't like talk that much in the morning. It's just like small conversations like, oh, I have that test today. I'm just like breaking this. I have that test today. Like, oh yeah, after this, like, how's it going? Like, oh my god, like this happened last night. Like and it's usually between like 1 or 2 people, and then half the table's like doing homework or like listening to music or something. Like we're not like really talking about it. I don't even sit with them in the morning. I just come over when no one else from like my group is there. So no one's ever really talking.
The one time we were talking. I also feel like, wait, I don't know if I like agree with this, but after like the whole conversation, I was in chemistry class with 2 of my friends, and they were talking about how like like certain people at the table made them like scared to like voice their opinions because they were just getting beaten and yelled at by
Not physically.
They
they were like these people like friends shouldn't make you like be scared to like say your opinion because like people were like yelling at them for it.
Okay, I don't know why people were scared. Like I was disagreeing. I was like arguing, like disagreeing with people, but like
I think it was a healthy debate.
Yo,
we
is this
were laughing like how we were just now. Me and Amvita disagree with each other, but like we're laughing and smiling.
And we love each other.
Can you hold my hand like a normal
Oh,
person?
sorry, my hands are really sweaty.
Oh my god, they are.
Yo, is this cupcakes?
My mom
Wars
has
beef
answered.
2.0?
Oh my god, cupcake wars.
Charlie needs to get on. My mom has answered.
We need to bring.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did say we're gonna get.
Oh my god.
We did
so sorry.
She's a black lung.
It's been like this for like 3 weeks. You gotta
I'm
like
sorry.
get that shit.
No. Wait, is that even like a?
I
kissed
bronchitis.
I kissed too many people and I have
Okay, I'm cutting that out.
Let's get it cut.
No, you're not.
No, because it's clearly a joke. So because no one's.
No.
Okay, please. Speaking of Amvita and her physical features, look at how cute her hair is.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Last year I got it cut to the same length and I cried in the hairdresser. This time I got it out of the hairdresser. I didn't like it, but I was like, you know what?
No, it's
You know what?
It'll
It's
grow.
fine.
And it's growing.
I'm just upset because like I told them to cut it to here, and they cut it while it was wet, while not knowing that my hair would shrink.
Oh yeah.
So that it
like that
took
one.
here.
That happened to me last time and I
I was
cried
so
and I
sad.
haven't been back to the hairdresser in over a year and my hair's so long. But I'm getting it cut next week. Guys, I was just talking about it, should I go full bob?
I think you should. I feel like Molly would kind of cook with bob. I feel like you would kind of look good with a bob. See, I'm not gonna lie.
Didn't she get a bob last year? No, she's gonna look like 6th grade Molly with BQ.
It's not a cute.
It's not really. And also, I never had short hair.
It's not. No, you had short
She
hair.
had short hair. My hair was like. It was shorter, but it was like
My mom has answered, so I don't know.
it was like this.
Wait, no,
long.
we have to end it. Come back. Alright, Anvita needs to text her mom, so that's a wrap for today. But
Bye.
guys, Chappell Roan is not that deep at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So
if you are arguing about this with your friends and you're getting heated debates,
it's not that deep. Okay, Chappell Roan's not worth it. So like,
Chappell not worth it.
she's not worth
You
it.
are not in a relationship with Chappell Roan and you are not friends with her, so I don't know. You shouldn't defend.
How do you know?
Chappell Roan is watching this actually.
Okay, Chappell.
Shut up.
Bye, Chappell. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.